All right. Hello, everybody, and a happy Friday to you. Not a normal day that we have shows, but you know what? That's okay because it's a special day. God, my beard looks like crap. Here, I gotta pull it out. I will say this: whatever we're doing tonight, it's a special show because the man, the Demon King, JD Hunter, is going to be here talking draft, talking players, talking a bunch of things that I cannot do. I don't profess to know this guy from Middle Tennessee State is the best outside linebacker, in the history of mankind. I don't. But he does. He does. Yeah, Matt, I am a day late. Even Matt says, yeah, ahoy, you're a day late. See, Matt knows. Matt knows the schedule. You know why? Because Matt is here like every time. Him, Jimmy Furpo, Ed Winchell, who I need to call back because I was doing my taxes as well. I thank everybody for being here. If you are over there on my Instagram, you're going to get a side view, get some side boob, shall we say? Hopefully not, because I got the t-shirt on. We got the man. We're talking draft. And without further ado, we got the Demon King. And because you're so beautiful, I'm going to make sure that I'm moving myself over there so that the words don't go over your face. I mean, I don't want that wonderful smile to be taken up with anything but your views, sir. And how you doing?
Well, thank you for that, Captain. I really appreciate it. And you're supposed to stay on my left because you ain't right.
Well, actually, I am right, but actually, I'm not going to go there. That's the political thing. But I am right. I am right. But I'll just leave it at that. So I am on the proper side of the screen. So how are we doing? Sporting your Woodson whiskey hat, I see. Good.
Absolutely. One of the best Raiders to ever don the silver and black. I'm doing good, same old thing every day, just going to work as much as I possibly can, getting prepared for the draft next week, really just preparing for round 2 because we all know who's going number 1. His name is Fernando Mendoza.
I can only, and I cross my fingers. I'm crossing my balls as we speak. Because only the I know what you're gonna say, but only the Las Vegas Raiders, the Los Angeles, Las Vegas Raiders could do such a thing as when there's somebody that's sure that they trade away the pick. So that's why I'm crossing.
Let me give you a little insider information. We're not.
I like that.
No.
Okay. You're saying that.
Go ahead.
I said no. May it come true, sir.
Yeah, there's always going to be speculation. Everybody's always going to talk, and of course, we're going to Raider, and they say Raiders will Raider, and of course, you got people that doubt it in the nation, and some want to trade the pick to get more assets and that, but they said that this year's draft class was going to be the best quarterback draft class, better than last year. You don't know what's going to happen. You have no idea. There was Cade Klubnik, there was Garrett Nussmeier, there was those guys who were projected to be very, very good, and there wasn't much talk about Fernando Mendoza. And next year, you got Arch Manning, you got possibly C.J. Carr from Notre Dame, go Irish. You got possibly Julian Sayin from the Ohio State University, and Lenora Sellers, who's from South Carolina University. And we don't know how they're going to turn out. Arch might turn out to be very good, but you don't know. I mean, it is what it is. And our guy is there. We need a quarterback. Yes, we got Kirk Cochains, but he's temporary. He's going to teach Fernando how to do things the right way. He's going to teach him the offense, which he's already starting to learn. And we're going to go from there. I mean, Kirk comes out, we win 6 games, cool. If he comes out and we're 2-2 or 2-3 or 2-4, and they have the faith to go to Fernando and said, "Hey, let's give the keys to the car to him, and let's see what he can rock with." It's CJ Carr, man.
Well, okay, CJ, DJ, just don't call him JJ.
Don't get it messed up. Don't get it messed up. He may win the Heisman.
And again, not that there's any bias there. No bias.
None whatsoever.
Okay, none.
But like I said, our draft really starts in round 2. There's a possibility we may trade back into the first round. If there's someone there that we really, really like.
And I definitely wanted to delve into that. I said, well, if anybody's going to let us know about those possibilities, it's you. I mean, I've only read a couple of pieces, and I don't like to give, what's the word I'm looking for, credence to pieces like click, 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 F clickbait. And I'm trying to watch my mouth. I had some people over at the house yesterday, great guys, electricians, and he saw my drum set. He goes, and great person. He goes, "Oh, so you play drums?" I said, "Yeah, I kind of do. I've been known to do it." He goes, "Oh, well, I play drums for my church." And as soon as he said that, I said, "I will go in my very best to watch my mouth." And he appreciated the fact that I did for the most part.
Well, I'm sorry to say,
so
I don't watch my mouth.
No, that you're fine. Like I said, you're my guest. You can do whatever the fuck you want. See what I said there? See, there you go. But I am going to try. But when things happen, like when I was stressed with my taxes earlier, the Tourette syndrome was going. So I'm going to try. But anyway, I'm so glad to have you here. And again, round 2, and I will be there, and you will be there in Pittsburgh, I believe.
Unfortunately, I totaled my vehicle a couple of weeks ago, so the money's been tight because of that. So yeah, probably not going to Pittsburgh. I'm going to be with my brother here, Graphic Raider. I'm going to go to his house and watch the draft, enjoy it with him. Going to have a couple sodas and some pizza and just enjoy the festivities. And there, my girl Clemmy makes an appearance in the chat.
I was gonna say that we always try to get some pussy on the show, so there we go. Here for. I'm sorry, Jay. That was so obvious. I had to do it, but yeah.
Boom.
But
boom. But yeah.
So yeah,
that's what Matt
maybe
said.
Next year.
Well, Frost,
go ahead, sir.
Is the relationship completely dead? I wouldn't say anything's ever completely dead. I mean, me and you talked about this. You know how I feel about all of it. I do like some guys on your team. You know that number 14. It broke my heart that he went to you, but you guys are set with him for years to come. Years to come. Now, I see Matt put about Caden McDonald. Yes, Caden McDonald is a physical specimen, defensive tackle from Ohio State, 6'6", 330-some pounds. He would be dominant in the middle for us, but we really don't need the nose tackle because our 3-4 is just the base. We're not going to be in it as much as everybody thinks because teams are going to come out in that spread formation. Most teams do it. We're going to be probably in a big nickel a lot, I'm going to assume, because of our new defensive coordinator, Mr. Rob Leonard, who is our as you all know, our defensive line coach. He helped Max do his thing. He helped Malcolm Kuntz turn his season around. Hopefully next year, Kuntz has a good season. And I see Angelo posted about Pregnon. If he's there, I don't know if he's going to be there. Me, I'm going a different way. I'm looking more towards the big receiver or possibly safety with that second pick, because we do need a definite center fielder as a safety. We got two strong safeties playing free safety.
Go to YouTube, folks. Go to YouTube. Yeah, I can only do so much here, and you got Jason Dean Hunter on YouTube. Please go to YouTube. Go ahead,
Jimmy. The season's early. I don't worry until October, brother. You know that. We don't look good, but I still like my boy Cam Schlittler. We're getting Garrett Cole back. Carlos Rodon is coming back, and we're possibly going to bring up Elmer Rodriguez, which the kid is the only guy left in Major League Baseball that I think, or that I know of. I don't know. You could quote me. That throws a screwball still, and the kid can ball. Yes, and Angelo, I'm talking about the receiver Denzel Boston from Washington, UW. He's 6'3". He is a definite X receiver. And what are we missing on our offense, Raider Nation? We're missing a definite X receiver. And we still don't know what we have in Jack Besh and Dante Thornton Jr. Two good ball players. I like Dante a lot. I think Dante will take the top off of defense, no problem. He's 6'4", 190 pounds. I think he might be 205, something like that. But he's a little thin, but the kid can play. Now, we played at the University of Tennessee, where they have their receivers really don't have routes. They don't have a route tree, really. It's either run straight down the field or that's it. So I think he's going to be okay. I think Jack Besh is going to be kind of in the mold of Jacoby. Every time Jack was on the field, he produced last year. Yes, he had a couple penalties that people lost their minds. But what rookies do you know of that don't have penalties? It is what it is. I like Jack as well. And I'm glad that we re-signed Ian Thomas, because we're probably going to run a bunch of 13 personnel as well as the 12 personnel with our man, Brock Bowers, our all-pro, and also one of my favorite players on the team, Michael Mayer from Notre Dame. And
where did he go to school? Where did he go to school? I missed.
South Bend, baby.
Okay.
South Bend, Indiana, where they have Touchdown Jesus looking down at the field every Saturday, looking down.
Yeah.
And now we got
the
great
on record. Who was on TV when Michael Mayer was drafted, both on the NFL Network and ESPN? Who was going excited over the Michael Mayer pick? I know it was somebody in this show. I think it was me. So I knew what we had with Michael Mayer. So I've always been very happy with that.
I was at that draft as well. I absolutely could not believe that we traded up and picked him. I was almost in tears just to hear that name and knowing he's going to be a Las Vegas Raider. It was really surreal for me. I really was very, very excited about it. And I know he went through some things. He went through the same stuff at Notre Dame.
YouTube. Go to you if you're on Instagram. Go to YouTube.
Yeah. So to answer your question, Jimmy Farrell, I do like Denzel Boston there. If McNeil Warren from Toledo, the safety, if he's there, that's a big possibility as well. But I see him more like a box safety. He can play center field, don't get me wrong, but I would like to possibly, maybe if he drops in the draft, look at AJ Halsey, the safety from LSU. He is an absolute ball hawk. Where the ball is, he is always at. And he hits like a truck with no brakes going downhill. He's a hitter as well. I am a big fan of AJ Halsey. But there are some other safeties out there that, yes, Matt, we do need a free safety. There are some guys out there. We have, there's Bud Clark, the safety from TCU. There's a couple other ones. I mean, there's a safety at Notre Dame, but he's going to be really, really low. There's, let me think. Let me rack the brain. There, Halsey. We're not going to get Caleb Downs, everybody. I just want to throw that out there. I mean, I would love to see him fall to 36, because if that happened, something went wrong with the draft. Something definitely went wrong with the draft. But there are some safeties out there. Halsey, if Halsey does fall, Bud Clark in the fourth. I see that. The third round, I would probably see us looking for, if we don't draft Denzel Boston, I would see us drafting a receiver in the third, possibly a Ted Hurst, wide receiver out of Georgia State. He might still be there. And Zakeel Wheatley. That's another one, Angelo. My family's all Penn State. I got cat hair on my nose, itch me. My whole family's Penn State. I don't like Penn State. I look at it this way. We are mediocre. Every year, you're never good. No one cares unless you're from Pennsylvania. But yes, Zakeel Wheatley is good. Dunker, if he's there, possibly. I don't know if he's going to make it to the third, but I think there's more needs than Dunker. I like our offensive line. We don't know what we got in Caleb Rogers or Charles Grant, but what we saw out of them, I would say it was positive. Charles Grant, When he played 12 snaps, he looked decent. Caleb Rogers played well, and we're going to have a healthy JPJ, and we got that big boy. Sorry, Frost. I'm sorry that we took him from Baltimore. We had to overpay for that center. We had to pay for him, and he is going to be there. He's going to be able to do all the calls. That's why Coach Kubiak brought him in. That's why we got him. We got him. He is ours. We did pay a little bit more for Tyler, but I'm okay with that because he's going to do all the calls. Whoever is back there, him and Kirk are going to be good. And then him and Kirk and him and Fernando are going to be good for the next 5-10 years together. So I like it. I'm happy. Right guard, I like Caleb there. I like Caleb Rogers there. I do. JPJ on the left, Caleb on the right, Tyler in the middle, and Charles Grant at right tackle, and DJ Glaze could be our rotation guy. We got a competent coaching staff. We got a competent line coach. Rick Dennison is a very good line coach. Love it. Enjoy it.
And that's the thing. That's the thing. This year, we are not going to have Rogers and Grant and Laki Tassi waste a year with a coach that was picking up a paycheck and would have been better, or I would have been better picking my nose like Booger, our old ex-quarterback. I could have been a better offensive line coach, and I was in the stand for most of the games. I could have been a better offensive line coach. But I'm sorry. Yes, I'm pissed off, but that's going to be taken care of. Rick Dennison is a fantastic offensive line coach.
Yeah. What Angelo said, those two guys, VJ Payne out of Kansas State, he's also a good center fielder. If he's there, I tell you what, I think we should draft 2 safeties personally. Like I do like Patrick Chin, Palomau, they're box safeties. That's what they are. That they belong in the box. The running back for Notre Dame, Jadarian Price, Jimmy, he's going to be gone in the second round, probably late second round. Jadarian Price is probably the number 3 running back in this draft, and also he's probably the best returner in the draft. That kid can return kicks like no other. And remember, like him and Jeremiah Love are the 2 best running backs in college, in my opinion. And yes, I am biased because I am a diehard Notre Dame fan. But if Jadarian Price was there in the third, if he ever dropped that far, I think possibility. But we do need a backup running back. There's a few. Mike Washington Jr., big boy out of Arkansas. There's Jonah Coleman from UW as well. Washington, good running back as well. Matt, the only thing about Genesis Smith, he's got a little problem with the tackling. He's got to, as I like to say, he's got to tighten the screws a little bit. He's got to get coached up because he likes to swing and whiff, but that can be, I think it can be coached. Everybody can be taught better angles, better technique. That's what this competent coaching staff is that we have. But I am very, very excited for this draft. I think we have a total of 11 picks, maybe 10. But I think that, we're probably not going to have 10 rookies. I think we're probably going to have 7, 8, but would I draft Zach Brown, the singer? Probably. I don't know. I like country music a little bit. But, there's a few guys out there that I got my eye on in later rounds. Of course, my Notre Dame guys, Emil Wagner, right tackle out of Notre Dame, got real long arms, big paws. His wingspan is like 7'2", 7'5". His arms are huge. Yeah, Ed, at least four or five starters. I mean, I'm not saying none. I don't like if Fernando sits, I'm okay with it. I am okay with it. The last first pick in the draft to sit was Eli. And look how he turned out. But I like Malachi Fields as well, the receiver from Notre Dame. Big kid, 6'4", 220. And he's got a great catch radius. He didn't have like too much production at Notre Dame because look who you got in the backfield. Look who's there. You know what I mean? We ran the ball well, but as the year progressed, CJ started getting better and better and being able to throw him. I would rather not, Ed. I'd rather not him start week one. I want Kurt to do his thing. Let Kurt show him the ways to be a pro. Unless it's YouTube. Unless he is unbelievable in camp like that, there's no way that they're like, you know what? We have to play him. And here's the thing about Kirk. Kirk knows what he's coming into, not like what they did to him in Atlanta. Kirk knows what he's coming to, and he knows what he wants to do. Him and this kid have similar personalities. They're both deep Christians. They're both. Everybody says they're weird, but you know what? I'll take some weird. I'll take a little weird. I mean, Fernando doesn't have the strongest arm ever, but guess what? He's smart and he's accurate, and I'm good with both of them right there.
Yep. I would say, I'm sorry there, JD. I would say that in the perfect world, and by the way, if we talk on each other, just that tiny little bit of black, I apologize in advance. But if in a perfect world, I see Mendoza learning from a consummate professional in Kirk Cousins, who can and already knows the offense, working with Kubiak before. He worked with him for 3 years, and in the third year, he was an all-pro in 2011, I believe it was back then. So I can see that happening. Let Cousins develop him and ease Fernando into the lineup. I think that the quarterback,
into the wolves.
Mahomes, right, such as Mahomes, such as Rodgers, such as, pick another one.
Tom Brady.
Right. They eased into the lineup because they saw the speed and they learned from a consummate professional.
Okay, these guys are asking about Zachariah Branch, the wide receiver from Georgia. Yes, he is a legacy. Cliff Branch, one of our greatest Raiders of all time, Raider in Paradise. This kid is, I like to call him a gadget guy because he's small, he's quick, he's got good hands. If he's there in the fourth, I would go at him. Matt, I'm not a huge fan of Kalen Black. I think there's a few more running backs better than him. Unless we go and like get everything we need, and then he's there, and there's like, I like Adam Randall from Clemson. Like I said before, I'm a fan of him. Jonah Coleman, I'm a fan of more than Kalen. But I think Kalen Black is a decent running back. Like, here's the thing. We need a running back that can block. We need someone that's got really, really good pass pro. Concepcion. A little problem with dropsies. I think he's going to go at the end. I think Buffalo's going to draft Casey Concepcion. That's my opinion, because they do need a big receiver. I mean, they got the kid. Who's the kid from last year they got from Florida State? What was his name? Can somebody help me out real quick? Coleman? What is it? Keon Coleman, I think is his name?
I believe so.
Okay. Yeah, that kid. Coleman. And I like Coleman a lot. Well, that's our fullback. But when we're in shotgun, he's not going to be in shotgun. I would rather receive a running back there. We need a backup running back. Like I said, I'm just not a fan of Kalen Black. I'm just not a fan of either backs at Indiana, to tell you the truth. I think there's a few more that are better than him out there. But like I said, we'll see. We don't know what's going to happen. Like I'm just guessing. It is what it is. But thanks, Ed. I appreciate that a lot. And we will see. We're all going to be very surprised, I think, with some of the picks. Some people are going to be happy. Some people are going to be sad. Yes, Jimmy Farrell, we do need defensive line help, and there are enough guys out there. There's the big citrus, Dominique Orange from Iowa State. There's Dante Corleone, the Godfather, out there. There's also the kid from Georgia, Christian Miller, and that's a possibility if he drops to that 36 pick that we jump on that, because him and Caden McDonald are like 1A, 1B, I think. But
and don't forget my Gator. Don't forget my Gator in there. Let's
talk about Caleb Banks. If Caleb Banks drops to the 3rd round, we will run to the podium and get him. We can't risk picking a guy that high with that metatarsal injury. That's a rough injury. You don't know how much is going to come out. I mean, he is an absolute stud. I mean, as much as I don't talk about Florida because it is what it is there, Cap, you know how it is. Yes, Jimmy Farrell, there's 2 pickers. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But, Caleb Black, and he shot off the charts at the combine, but like he broke that bone in his foot. And that's tough, that bone, because Christian Wilkinson had that injury, or Christian Wilkins, whatever, but, that's the past. And I know people are skeptical of getting a big guy with a foot injury, but listen, Tyree Wilson isn't Caleb Banks. Caleb Banks is definitely not Tyree Wilson. Okay, but if Caleb Banks is there in the 3rd, we may take a flyer with him and see what the kid has got, see how he looks. He'd be a steal. He like a guy that I watch a lot. Wasted Talent. He loves Caleb Banks, and he comps him to Chris Jones. That's a big comp right there, which when you see him, you see a little bit of Chris Jones right there. Yeah, Cassius Howell. I don't think he's even going to come near us. I think he might go earlier than what we have too, China, for real. Okay, kickers. There's 2 that I'm looking at. There's Dominic Zavada from Michigan, and there's the Tokyo Toe from Hawaii. I like that kid. He's a big kicker. He reminds me a lot of Sebastian. Not as deep as Sebastian used to kick. I mean, geez, Sebastian used to kick 70-yarders. You know what I mean? But this kid, this Tokyo Toe, I've watched some tape on him. I like it, like his frame. He's what my guy LV Maximus says, thick frame guy. He's a thick frame. He's a big boy. He's like 6'4", 225, big kicker. But Zavada from Michigan, yeah, he's very accurate. And
Farrell, I never said that. I never said that. I said that right now we don't need a kicker. See, I'm sorry, Jason. I have to stop. Okay. And when Jimmy Farrell says, I didn't say we don't need a kicker. I said that if we draft, we can get a kicker. If we throw a draft pick that we actually need a kicker for, but that kicker better be worth a draft, because we can get a kicker in free agency. In free agency.
Yeah, the kid from Florida, he's another one.
Don't put fucking words in my mouth, Jimmy. I love you, brother, but don't put words in my mouth. There you go. Go ahead, Jason.
Okay, we got Angelo asking about Max Iheanacho, the offensive lineman from Iowa State. He hasn't played football long. He was from Nigeria. He didn't really know football. He didn't start playing until recently. The kid, I think to me it would be kind of a project, but I think New England is going to draft that Iheanacho kid because Mike, cheating on his wife, Rabel, was really looking at that kid and working with him at the pro day.
His new middle name.
Yeah, nobody wants to mess with me with that. Those 2 women that are in sports, Diana Rossini and Kay Adams, I absolutely can't stand. I think they're terrible. I think they smash their way to the top to get all their information. And Kay Adams is a Raider hater. She's a terrible person. The only reason she's TV. She flashes her little smile. Every time she gets around the Raider, she talks smack. Hey, Kay Adams. That's from Raider Nation right there, girl.
Yeah. She's a bimbo. Sit on this, Kay, and I know you would enjoy it because I got a good finger, okay?
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Like, she knows all this, knows all that. No, you don't know anything. You suck in your way to get information. Diana Rossini's been throwing stuff about New England for years, and now we really know why. I wonder what she did with the other coaches. But anyways, back to the real thing, Raider football. Now, when we first started doing the mock drafts, me personally, I loved Jacob Rodriguez. I still love Jacob Rodriguez. But after free agency, I don't think we need to draft a linebacker that high. I mean, there's some linebackers out there that we can get later. Jake Galday, I think I said his name right. I'm sorry, linebacker from Cincinnati. There's of course, there's Jacob Rodriguez, CJ Allen from Georgia. He's a big linebacker. You know, there's a few others out there, but we have Tommy, we have Corey as backups. Tommy and Corey, they both play really good special teams. You know, they're special team guys. They're very good. I enjoy it, you know, but linebacker, maybe later on, you know, there's a couple kids out there. I have one. Let me pull up his name because I have it in my notes here. Let's see what his name is.
While you're looking, okay, for those, like I said, I love the Berg brothers. Okay, I do. I call them the Berg brothers. Yeah, and they have a lot of upside, and obviously maybe not here with who we got with Walker and Dean, right? Yeah, Dean. With Walker and Dean, we don't need to insert them right away, but they can work into that position, you know. And I'm not going to jinx it, but one of those two guys that I mentioned has problems staying on the field. I'm just going to say that. So hopefully it won't. It'll work out for us.
Does have injury, but when he's healthy, he is one of the best out there because the kid can cover, he can stop the run. He does his thing. And also, he's a bulldog, too. Him and Quay Walker played together at Georgia. I think Eric Stokes was there as well. You know, so we got them dogs. Who do I think could be the surprise of the draft? That's funny. I have a couple. I think Jeremiah Love going to Tennessee. That's what I think a big surprise is going to be. Jeremiah Love in Tennessee.
They picked 3, right? They picked 3, right?
4. Arizona's got 3, I think. I think Arizona's 3.
Okay.
But yes,
but still, that's pretty high.
I think he should be. To me, he's one of the best players in the draft, top 3 in the draft. I think I'm not a fan of Arvell Reese. David Bailey. I think Jimmy, I don't care who they pick. I don't care. I hope they draft Tyson and he doesn't play. I hope he doesn't play. Yeah, that's what I just said, Matt. Tennessee. The Giants, I think, are going to draft Caleb Downs. That's my opinion on that one. I think they're going to draft Caleb Downs. Let's see. Let me find that one. But okay, let me see what we got here. Yeah, Lander Barton. That's who it is. The linebacker from Utah. He's not the biggest guy in the world, but he is very, very productive. Lander Barton, we could probably get in the 4th round, maybe even the 5th or 6th. There's Max Llewellyn, the edge from Iowa. We like those Iowa boys. They're big corn-fed mules. They just play ball. They're just ball players in Iowa. It may take them a year, you know, because just look at Jack Campbell. Everybody thought he was a bust after his first year. Well, look what he's doing in Detroit. Come on, man. We would take him in a heartbeat. Torian York, the linebacker from A&M that was on that defense. He's a very good linebacker as well. Let's see who I got. I was really, really high on Logan Jones, the center from Iowa, but then we went and got Tyler Tyler Linderbaum, and I'm like, yeah, okay, well, that was nice. It was fun to do some research on him. He's still a good lineman, so whoever gets him, they're getting a good football player, real good guy.
Now, who's better between the kid from Iowa that you talking about? And again, I am kind of zoned in on the people that I do know. Slaughter out of Florida.
The kid out of Florida?
No, Slaughter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Slaughter. And you know, between the kid out of Iowa and the kid out of Slaughter.
I think Slaughter is a little bit better because of the competition. I mean, the Big Ten is the Big Ten. They always have the best teams, but the SEC is more speed. I mean, Ohio State is Ohio State. Michigan is what they are. Yeah, like I told my buddy Frost, Matt, that if they drafted Logan Jones, that would be good for them because he is a very, very, very good center. And Ed, if the Giants took Love, there's a 1-2 combination right there would be awesome. Would I be surprised, Jimmy Farrell? Not really. If Christian Miller Blake Miller, I'm sorry, the kid from Clemson, the big right tackle is there, I wouldn't be surprised if we took him. Where's Ty Simpson going? To Dan Orlovsky's teams, wherever they are. Because Dan Orlovsky, I think it was funny because a lot of people said, oh, they have the same agent. It doesn't work like that way with agencies. They don't have the same agent. They pay the agents. The agents don't pay them. You know, it's the same agency. But, you know, that's his opinion. You know, he's been right on some things. This one, I think he's completely false. I don't think Ty Simpson is anywhere near Fernando Mendoza. Did Ty Simpson look good at some games? Yes, he did. And their offensive line was absolutely trashed this year. But Alabama wasn't Alabama. But they played head-to-head. And Alabama got the doors blown off them. Doors blown off them. Drew Aller, Jimmy Farrell, before, I really like Drew Aller. I look at Drew Aller in the not in the same light as Fernando, but if Drew Aller, here's Drew Aller's problem. He tries too hard to make that splash play. That's why they lost to Notre Dame in the college football playoff a few years ago. He threw that pick at the end of the game because he was trying to make something happen. It could bite you, but it could also help you. Drew Aller, his decision making is subpar. He doesn't make decisions like no, Jimmy, I do. I like Zakiya Wheatley. I don't knock him. If he's there in the third or fourth, cool. Like I said, we need 2 safeties. We need to draft 2 safeties, at least 2, because I don't see either safety that we have. I mean, we got the Tristan McCullough as a safety for us that we got from the Eagles. I think it's McCullough. I'm pretty sure Tristan McCullough. But I like him. But I don't see him as like a every down starter. Maybe a dime safety. You bring him in to help out, you know, when you need those extra D-backs. But Patrick Chin and Palomau, they're box safeties. Neither one of them are a free safety. We need a true center fielder out there. We need a guy that can, I mean, Warren or McNeil Warren isn't a speed burner. Neither is AJ Halsey. But you know what they do? They have great instincts and they hit like Mac Trucks. And AJ Halsey's a ball hawk. Like I said, every ball he's around, he's taken. So I like him. There's a few safeties. Like I'd be happy with a few. Hemby's not a good blocker, Angelo, and we need somebody that can pass pro. We do. I know you said about Cameron Hayward, the fullback we got from Pittsburgh. He's going to be the fullback. He's not going to be in there pass pro all the time when we need that back to chip somebody and go out. I would rather Nick Singleton, running back from Penn State. I like him a lot. He can run between the tackles. He'd be a really good number 2, just like he was at Penn State. He's not going to need to take 15 carries a game, maybe 6 or 7. Maybe 6 or 7, you know? And that would help. Get Genty in some wind, let him go back in and do his – Genty doesn't have to carry the ball 25 times a game. We got a competent We got a company. Yeah, my boy Frost. Yeah, Frost, you're right. Raven Flock, baby. Raven Flock. Everybody, this is my friend that's in the chat.
And actually, Frost,
yeah, Frost.
I got to say, Frost, honestly, no offense. And I know this is going to sound horrible whenever you start with no offense, but I never have heard that. I've never heard that until Max Crosby uttered it. I'm like, what? It was total news to me.
Yeah, Cap, that is their saying. That's always been their thing. Ravens Flock. That's their thing. Because when we had the draft, remember the draft we had when they had all the sayings on the hats? They had Big Blue, they had Chiefs Kingdom, Broncos Country, Raider Nation. Ravens Flock is their thing. Yeah. Oh, Angelo, I love Mike Washington.
I had never heard it. I've never heard of it. So I guess I was out.
Jimmy Farrell, Lee Hunter, I do like him, but I have his stamina. He will take a play off here and there, and we don't want that. But yeah, Mike Washington Jr., the running back from Arkansas. Excuse me. He's a big kid. He's a very big kid. He's got a lot of speed, but I don't think he's going to be there in the third or fourth. I think he's going to go a lot higher than that, honestly. I think he might be the number 2 or number 3 running back off the board, behind, of course, Jeremiah Love. And I think it's between him and Jadarian Price. But yeah, Frost, the Ravens, Logan Jones would be a good draft pick for you guys in the second or third round because he's going to be there. But that 14th pick, you got to take Vega, the guard from Penn State. That kid is an absolute. I know I might be crazy saying that. I think he's going to be an All-Pro for a few years. I think he's going to be an All-Pro. Vega is a road breaker, and he's got good feet.
Yeah. Yep.
Does Mendoza share plays? Me personally, I think that Mendoza should sit because for him to learn, unless it goes absolutely like we're 2-6 and they're like, you know what, he's ready. Let's see what he can do. But I'd rather him learn from Kirk because, like people were saying, why don't we just have Aiden play? Why don't we have Aiden play? Listen, everybody, Aiden is a backup. He's not a starter. Yes, he won a few games. That's great. Our defense beat Kansas City. Our defense beat the Chargers. When we put our team in position where we're inside the 20 a lot and inside the 30, we can score touchdowns. Defensive tackle from Clemson. Peter Woods. I think he's going to go in the top 20 possibly. And their defensive end, TJ Parker, I'm not really too high on either one of those guys. Clemson was very, very disappointing this year. They were projected to be like in the national championship with their team. They had so many good pieces. Antonio Williams at receiver, Cade Klubnik at quarterback. And like I mentioned before, Blake Miller at right tackle, he's like Bigfoot. He's massive. The running back, Adam Randall. And that defense, they have 3 really good guys on that defense, but they are very, very underwhelming. Markel Bell, the tackle from Miami, the other one. I like him a lot. He's a big guy too. This is why Miami was so good. They had 2 cornerstone tackles there. They had Maluga, which I'm not a fan of him because he talked noise about my Irish. So I hope he goes to a team that we play so Max Crosby can kick the shit out of him for his whole career. Holler if you hear me. But Markel Bell's a big, big boy.
Nothing personal about that.
Nothing personal, just business. But Markel Bell's got his movement is good because remember, we're going to be running the stretch zone. We're going to be running the zone. So we got to have linemen that can move. And we know Tyler can move. We know JPJ can get out there. I don't have no thoughts on him, Jimmy Farrell. I think he's absolutely ass trash. I think Carson Beck sucks. I think he was put into the perfect position in Miami with everything around him. I never liked Carson Beck. I wasn't a fan of him at Georgia. I liked seeing him getting his ass kicked, and he didn't want to play against Notre Dame when we blew them out when they had the kid Stockton. And Stockton's tougher than him. I'm not a fan of him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carson Beck is Nad cream.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Carson Beck.
He's Nad cream.
No. Not a fan on Carson Beck. Not at all. And I don't have, there's one quarterback I'm worried about, and his name is Fernando Mendoza. I'm good. Oh, hey, what's up, Sophia? Tell Dad I said, hey, what's up, Homer? Hope all's well with you guys up there.
Hey. Yes, for sure. Say hi to your dad.
I think a lot of people are going to be happy, but also there's going to be a lot of be mad. You can't please everybody. You can't. If we draft Denzel Boston, everybody's going to say we should have drafted Caden McDonald. If we draft McNeil Warren, everybody's going to say we should have drafted Denzel Boston. I want guys that are going to fit this team. I want guys that are going to play for this team and love this team, that has a heart for this team like Max Crosby. I know Fernando is all in already. He's learning from Brian Greasy, who's teaching him the cadences, teaching him what to look for. And from what I hear, we're in a good spot with Fernando Mendoza because the kid has a brain and he's all about football. He barely has social media. This stuff is all new to him. The kid's Jeepers Creepers. You know what I mean? He's people call him weird, like, hey, I'm cool with weird. You win games. It's cool. Brady wasn't out there like that until he started winning, If he turned, next thing you know, I'm telling you, Fernando's going to have a neck tattoo and gold teeth. Watch. Max going to get him tattooed. We're going to see that. Veteran wide receiver or get a starter in the draft. I feel an experienced wide receiver could be helpful for Mendoza. Me too. I like that we did sign Jalen Nailor. Jalen Nailor is a speed burner. Is he a number one? I don't think so, but Coach Kubiak is going to get the best out of him. He's going to get the best out of Jalen Nailor. He's going to get the best out of Trey Tucker. I think Trey's going to have a breakout year. I think our receivers are going to shock a lot of people. Because we have some guy, and of course, y'all know what Brock's going to do. I think him and Michael Mayer are both going to have over 5 touchdowns this year. I'm sure Brock will. I do. We're going to see what happens, and we're going to see how after camp happens, the cuts that there's going to be, because we're going to pick some people up. I'm pretty sure we're gonna, We lost a lot of guys that were on 1-year deals. Yes, we're going to draft what we can draft. Jets offered 2 or 3 number ones for a trade. No, I'm not jumping on any trades. Never. I'm drafting Fernando Mendoza with my first pick, and then I'm working on it. And then I got number 2. When I trade
and Jason already said we have 11 picks. We're not going to pick 11 guys. We're going to use those 11 picks to move up and down the board to get the guys that we want. So figure we're probably going to get maybe 7, maybe 8 out of the 11. Yes. We're probably going to burn 3. That's the way to do it. Burn 3 picks to move to get the guys you want. Bring 7, maybe 8 guys into camp, and that's the way it's going to do it. And by the way, people that were, and I'm going to say something. This is what do you call it? My fucking talking about. There's a name for it, okay? The CBS used to do it. They were pissed off at Spytek picking up the 2 quarterbacks last year, which were no longer with us, okay? The one guy was Tommy Mallett, was a gadget player.
Yes.
That didn't fit. And then Cam Miller was somebody that we wanted to keep, and the Dolphins took him from us. So it's not like he was a wasted pick. He was a good pick that somebody saw the positives for. Mallett was a gadget that didn't work, and he was
tried to move Mallett.
You don't say that Spytek fucked up. Yeah.
We tried to move Mallett to wide receiver because the kid had so much speed, and Cam Miller he's got the size. It's just he played in like, you know, the smaller schools, you know, like, I mean, North Dakota State wins that national championship every year. I mean, they had Carson Wentz, but we tried something with him just to see. And we put him on the practice squad because we weren't going to put Aiden on the practice squad. Come on, think about it. You know what I mean? And the Dolphins swooped him up, which I don't blame them, you know? But anyways, like I see, what round do you see the Raiders trading down or up? There's a couple things out there, possibly trading back into the first round if somebody falls.
Yeah, let's go there, because you said you were going to do that, and that's what I wanted to ask you, because people were talking about Boston or Surratt or one of those guys that I'm sorry. Apologies. I had the Indiana right, but I had the receiver wrong.
Yes.
If trading up to getting a receiver to immediately have bang zing with Fernando, trading up into the first round and getting either Cooper, who has the rapport already, or Boston, if somebody already picked up Cooper and Boston is still sitting there and they're talking like 23, 24, if he's still there, that is where you go get your guy. And what do you think would be the cost of that? And I don't want to give up a one to get a one. I want to give up. Right. Okay. If we don't want a one, I do it.
I don't see us giving up a one. Maybe a third next year, maybe a fourth this year, maybe 2 fourths this year if to move back up in. But like you said about Omar Cooper Jr., and like people are talking about him having the report. Listen, he only played with Surratt for 1 year. It's not that much of a rapport. And like Surratt had a little bit of the dropsy problems. Yeah. Can he throw back shoulders? Yeah. But you know who else does good back shoulders? Number 89 for the Las Vegas Raiders, Brock Bowers. You know who else does the other back shoulder? Jalen Naylor. We're going to be okay. Trey Tucker. We're going to be fine. Okay. If we were to trade up and get Omar Cooper Jr., that would be good. I either him or Denzel Boston. But if we lose out on the both of them, like I said, there's some receivers there. Ted Hurst Jr., the wide receiver from Georgia State, he's a little rough around the edges, but the kid is he's a star. You know, somebody's going to be very happy when they get him. Like I said, I am. Do we keep Aiden unless somebody offers us a trade? I mean, we can't just have 2 quarterbacks. I mean, I like Aiden. It's not costing us anything. The kid, I tell you what, the kid's loyal. Mayer's not getting traded. And I'm not saying that because I'm biased, but Clint Kubiak likes 2 tight end sets, and Mayer's a good young tight end. We're gonna keep Mayer. If somebody offers us a 5th or a 6th for AOC, yeah, we'll trade. We'll trade them. But
yeah,
but if there's no offer, we're not just gonna let him go. We're not just gonna let him.
Especially at the draft deadline. If somebody needs a quarterback or something and they see something between AOC 12 and an offer is made, yeah, I can see them trading it then. But I mean, he's going to be on the team unless there's a good offer. And yes, I don't think he's going to be here next year because he's a free agent.
I like him. I do like him. I mean, he's loyal. The kid's loyal, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm glad he is. You know, I'm glad he's loyal. And like, we like AOC. Well, people calling for AOC to start. Listen, I'm not trying to sound like an ass or anything, but Gardner Minshew beat him in camp. So, you know, but you know, the kid's loyal. We always say once a Raider, always a Raider. You know what I mean? And the people that were asking to have DC back, Jesus Christ, people, come on, man. That ship sailed. I was so happy we got Kirk Cochains because then now all that DC talk is dead. Listen, enjoy retirement, Derek. We loved you when you were here. I didn't cheer for you when you were at the Saints because I don't do that. My loyalty is with this, that shield in the background. That's my loyalty, not a player.
Got it. And Jimmy Farrell, if Cousins is an asset, and the cost is, because I think it's what, $10 million next year, because of the, I don't know exactly what the parameters are. I know that it's 1.3 this year and a $10 million bonus that comes out of Mark's pocket. That's all it costs us. Okay. And I'm not sure what the parameters are for next year, but since the contract is ours, maybe we could, finagle that as well. But he's a great person to have on your team. And I think he has one or two. Obviously, he's got one more year in him, if not two. Then yeah, keep him on the roster because he already works well with Kubiak's system. And then it just becomes a matter of how to handle the money.
Yeah, I think he's here for a year. And I think next year it's Fernando's team. Do we get a vet quarterback or draft another quarterback next season? I don't see us drafting another quarterback next year. We got Fernando. He's going to be there. And what are you going to have? A first-year starter and a rookie as your backup? I don't see that. I don't see that. Yeah, Ed, like he's $1 million. Like Aiden is a good soldier. That's what I could say. We'll see what Kubiak can get out of him and Andrew Janocko. You never know. They might be like, okay, we can use him if it comes down to like we need a spot starter. He could play one game. Got to go in for a few plays if something happens with Kirk, and Fernando isn't ready. But I think Fernando's going to be ready when they say, here you go, kid. Here's the keys to the car. Drive us to the promised land. And I think that's exactly what he's going to do. I think in the next 2 years, we're going to be competing not only for the division, but for I'm going to say it. I don't care. We're going to be competing for a Super Bowl because our team is going to be set. We have all these guys for 3 years. Kwity Paye. I like Kwity Paye. A lot of people are like, why would we get him? Blah, blah, blah. Kwity Paye was good. He's not the greatest pass rusher ever, but I tell you what, that kid can seal an edge, and he will hold the edge. Going to be all right. We get that guy in the middle. You never know. Someone might get cut at camp, and we grab someone in camp because we got somebody else in the draft, which I think we're going to draft a DT in the draft. There's a few of them out there. There's enough. We can get a couple guys like, oh, yeah, I forgot about him. Maybe an offensive lineman later on. Go ahead.
I was just saying, I apologize, Jason D, but guys, don't sleep on who we already drafted. Remember, Tonka Hemingway and J.J. Pegues were drafted last year, and were not given enough time to develop, okay? They're stalwart defensive tackles, and they can prove themselves in year 2. Same thing with Rodgers and Grant. They were there last year. They're going to prove themselves to be stalwart professionals this year. They can only get better, okay? And by the way, with Booker and the other, with Booker re-signed, and he was a great pickup for us.
Oh, yeah.
He's a rotational guy. And so don't sneeze. Are we going to pick up another tackle? We're better.
Big Adam is not a nose tackle. You know what I mean? We do need that 3 tech. But like I said, J.J. Pegues. This 3 tech is not one that you need to make all the tackles. You need him to take up blocks and keep our linebackers clean. How many more years for Colton Miller? Jimmy Farrell, I'm hoping at least 2 or 3, but that's why we drafted Charles Grant. In college, Charles Grant was a left tackle. He can play both sides. That is the heir apparent for Colton Miller. Unless something goes completely wrong this year and, we end up in the top 10 or something, there's some tackles out there. But we might draft one later on in the draft. You don't know. We don't know. Yeah, I think so, Jimmy. I think Kuntz is there for a prove-it year again. We gave him the benefit of the doubt. He started to get better last year at the end of the year. It takes at least 1.5 years to come back from an ACL. Not everybody is Adrian Peterson. Not everybody's going to come back and run for 1,200 yards after they tore their ACL. Adrian Peterson was just something different, you know. But yeah, the thing about Colin is it's the shoulder, and that's a little rough being a tackle. But this offensive that we're running, this zone scheme, it's more like push them out and cutbacks for the running backs. Like we're gonna ride you down the line, basically. Big pause. But we're gonna ride them down the line because everything is gonna be shifted, and then the cutback lanes are gonna be there for the running back. And that's what Ashton Jeanty is gonna be good. We're gonna see, Jimmy. We're going to see about Tyree this year. Tyree Wilson is not a defensive end. Tyree Wilson needs to look himself in the mirror and say, 9, I am a defensive tackle. This is where I'm going to make my money. And put 100% into that. Yeah. We're not going to get nothing for him, Ed. We'd be lucky if we get a 6th. Might as well keep him. He's still on the rookie deal. Let's see what Robbie Leonard can get out of him.
Yeah, and I think that he's still on this roster because Leonard knows what he can do. Look to see, and this is what I say, look to see how much playing time Tyree Wilson gets. Yes. If he gets more playing time, it's because they think that they can have some good rapport with him in the tackle, not in the end, because we got Kwity Paye, we got Coons. They want to see what he can do as a tackle. And if he gets more reps in the middle, because now, remember, we got a lot of tackles now. With you throw Wilson in there with Booker and with Pegues and Henry. That's 4 guys, right?
Rotating constantly. Rotating constantly. Cap, give me a minute, okay? I'll be right back, okay? Stay with me.
I'll hold it down. Oh, no, I ain't going nowhere. And for those, again, if you're enjoying this, first off, I want to thank you. Was it Meloso Mando? Thank you for being here. Raider and Raider Sweat. Thank you for being over there on Instagram. Please come to YouTube. Please come to YouTube because we're having draft talk with Jason Dean Hunter, a.k.a. the man, the draft man, okay? And I appreciate him being here for that. Folks, I admit this. This is not my forte. I can't talk this stuff, and I know that Angelo was talking before about a draft here. If Jason wants to do it, that's fine. You know, we'll ask him again. But yeah, a mock draft with Jason making the picks, I have no problem with that. I actually think, as I said, we're not going to use all 11 of those picks. So, you know, we can figure out which picks we want to waste it in a trade up or a trade down. That's something we can do. If we use like the computer modules for it, that's fine. I'll ask Jason when he comes back, but that's great. And again, I firmly want to thank Jason Dean for being here to do that. Again, if you're on Instagram, please come over to YouTube. Y'all have been wondering for, talk draft. We got it. We got the man here. And Angelo, while you are still here, and hopefully you are, I am sure, I'm not putting words in your mouth, but I'm pretty sure that when it comes to draft night, Angelo is going to be on this channel doing stuff about the draft. You will have his group come in and they can talk about what's going on in the draft. I'm going to be at the draft. I'm not going to be able to cut in and talk live during the draft. And, I'm going to be busy and hopefully in a good way. And I'll be more than happy to come on after the first round, after the rounds, when if I can get to a decent place to be. But I'll be very honest. I'm very busy every time I go to the drafts. I got things I got going on, and it is, for me personally, it is like a family reunion with fans from all over. You see your brothers and sisters that you only see once a year, maybe twice a year if you go to a Canton for the festivities there, that you get together with all your family of all of the guys and gals that dress out, and we all know each other. It's a great thing to be. And yeah, I was going to say, I'm sure that Angelo will probably be doing something coming up, and if he's still here, he can pop in. But yeah, it would be great. But don't think that we're not going to have something. I can't say exactly what is going to be happening, so we'll do that. Doc Joe 4, thank you for being here. Please come over to YouTube. Again, we are doing draft talk with Jason Dean Hunter. JDH is here, and love to have it. And thank you for all of your comments. We wouldn't have this show without your input. Again, please like, please share, and I'm glad that we had a chance to do this. Demon King, thank you for Jason Dean for that as well. I don't know anything. I mean, we even had some baseball talk earlier. I know that Jimmy Farrell was talking about the Yankees. Hey, the last time I checked, I think the Yankees were within 2 games or 1 game of the Rays in the AL East. Dude, it's not even May yet. It's still April. My Phillies are I think they're below 5. I think they were getting their ass kicked by the Braves the last time I checked. They were like down, and they got the last 2 games against the Cubs. They lost by double digits, so it's still early yet. So, I don't sweat on baseball until, August and September, but we'll see what's going on. And we'll see. I can't tell you. I will say this as a former analytical intelligence professional dealing with such things. I would think that if you're going to have an event in order to make a statement, if you are a group that is a terrorist group, this upcoming draft would be something that I would shoot for, no pun intended. And again, if you have good security, great. I understand it. I understand security the way it will be. So I understand it. We'll see. I won't know that. I know that I'm looking forward to it, and I will be, as y'all might know, I'm going to be starting driving up to South Carolina on Sunday. Driving up to South Carolina, picking up Hollywood and family there, and then we are driving to Pittsburgh on Tuesday. I thought I was going to be going to a Penguins Flyers game on Tuesday, but unfortunately the game is on Monday, so I'm not even going to get a chance to see my Flyers play. Kind of pissed at that, but I can't do anything about it. I first, I'll be there for the Flyers game. No, I'm not. I'm going to watch it on TV before I leave to go to Pittsburgh on Tuesday, and Hollywood will be helping me drive the beast there. Anything else? Again, put it into your comments. I want to thank all the people that are here. Ed and Jimmy Farrell, and I know obviously Transplant was in here. Angelo, Matt Marinovich, and the gentleman that was a Ravens fan. I can't remember his name, but thank you for being here as well. We had Sophia in here, who is Raider Homer's daughter. Good to see her as well. Mouse 5.7, welcome. I'm not sure, you must be somebody new or somebody that's here just because of Raider Demon King. Glad to see that. China was in here. Good to see China in here as well. That's the 826. That's the Ravens fan. Okay, I'm not. I can't remember what his name was. I'm sorry, sir. But it is. We needed to have somebody who knew what the hell he's talking about. I don't follow college as much as other people do. I'm not that guy. And I was going to say. My buddy, Mr. Young, the other captain, was in here. Thank you for being here, my other steady pirate. I'm trying to go through names. I mentioned China. I hope I did. But again, hopefully, Demon King will be back soon. When he says he had to do something, I know. Oh boy, right on cue, brother. I was.
Sorry, everybody. Sorry.
Nope. You had to do what you got to do. So yeah. Jimmy Farrell, the answer. I will be getting back to Jared. I was emailing you. I'm in on Tuesday night, so if you guys want to get together for dinner when I get in on Pittsburgh on Tuesday, that is the time to do it. Mr. Demon King, people were waiting for you. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, Jimmy. I'm seeing a lot of and I hear a lot of talk about Chris Johnson, the corner from San Diego State. Oh, excuse me. That's a possibility if he falls to the second. That, like, there's a couple guys that like Denzel Boston, like I said, who I want. I did see. I mean, I don't know how much you guys watch, but I think it was McCoy. There was a red flag on his injury for Tennessee, the corner, so he might fall. Yeah, there's a few corners. I mean, I everybody talks about D'Angelo Pons, and I don't think D'Angelo Pons would be a boundary corner. We need that outside corner, but maybe they do have faith in Darian Porter. You know, we're going to see. Eric Holmes is there. Is it Eric Holmes? Yeah. I'm sorry. I just had a brain fart. But yes, he's going to be our other corner. He's going to be the one start in there. And they may like Darian Porter as the other one. He's a big, fast corner. And everybody remember, he's still learning. He's still learning how to play the position. Do I think we're going to draft a corner? Hell yeah. Why not? You did, Cap, and the only college team I followed yeah, gig them. Great. Awesome. They were great. Just kidding, China. Just kidding. But yeah, there's a few corners. You got Chris Johnson. I try not to he's really the only one that I was looking at for the Raiders later on in the draft. I mean, I know there's a few out there. There's the kid from Miami. I think it's Keontae Scott. I wish Leonard Moore was there for Notre Dame. He's the best corner in college football, and he's going back. He went back to school. So, you know, I would trade up into the first round to draft him in a heartbeat. He's 6'1", 190 pounds. He's a big, strong corner, and he can cover. He's got sticky hands, sticky mitts, as they say. And, yeah, it's not bias. He is that good. Y'all seen how we played this year. Y'all seen what Notre Dame did. Kind of got screwed out of the college football playoff. Nobody wanted to see them. Y'all know it. Y'all know it. But we were talking about safeties too. Kamari Ramsey is one. What's Boone love for Camilo Duvall? He just gave up a home run. Oh God. I don't know, Jimmy. I'm so draft centric now. I mean, I'll watch the Yankees here and there. I know the bottom of our lineup can hit the broadside of a barn. Ryan McMahon, I think he's got something wrong with him. I think he's got the oopsies at the plate. Jazz is too busy doing commercials. He ain't hitting nothing. He reminds me of Willie Mays Hayes from Major League. More worried about how he looks at the plate than hitting the ball. Judge is what Judge is. He's either going to strike out or hit a home run. Giancarlo still can barely pick up a grain of sand. I mean, I like Calabria, I like him. He steals bases. He hits the ball. I like Rosario. He's there. And, you know, Volpe's went back down because he just can't. I think it's too much pressure for Volpe to play shortstop in New York, which it would be for anybody. You're trying to follow Derek Jeter. Come on, man. Not many can do that, you know? But
I got a question.
I'm excited,
big guy. And if you were to run a mock, and obviously you're picking for the Raiders, is there a way that I could put it on? I guess I would do or can you share a screen? And because they said they want to have you run a mock while you're here.
I don't know if
they do like the automatic.
Let me.
Yeah, I was going to say, but by the screen. Yeah. Now, if I need to do it on if I need to get it while I share the screen, then we'll do that. I'm just saying, would it be too time consuming? Let's
see. Let's check it out. Let's see if I can find something real quick, Cap. Give me 1 second.
Only because Angelo said, I'm like, sure. I mean, and again, This way, you don't. And again, you don't have to use all those damn picks.
All right, let's go.
You can move up and down. You can move up and down and see what you want to do. And this is the best draft minus John Spytek that the Raiders are going to get, because Jason is drafted.
Thank you for that. I appreciate it. I appreciate that. Let me see what I can do here.
And if you don't have the capabilities, you tell me what the website is.
Pull this over.
And then I will go and
you
get
can
it
go
to add it to the
listen,
screen.
Everybody, you can check this out. A to Z sports.com. This kid's draft, like he was on my friend Graphic Raider show. I'm sure you guys have watched him before. This is a really, really good mock draft simulator that he has. It's pretty cool. You can go A to Z.com, Cap, and NFL Mock Draft Simulator 2026.
Okay, NFL draft. Oh, sorry, hit the wrong one. I did draft instead of simulator.
That's okay.
Okay, draft simulator. Yeah.
Find any mock draft, we can do it. I'm cool with it.
Bear with. Yep. Bear with. I can get it up on the screen.
Okay. If you want to pull it up, we can rock that. Okay. Open this up.
Let's see here.
Hey, what's up, Bob? How you doing, man?
I'm gonna do that.
Oh yeah, the best corner in the draft is Delane from LSU. He's probably going to go top 10. I mean, he may end up in Kansas shitty. There it is. That's a good one. Yeah, Avion Terrell, the kid from Clemson, his brother plays for Atlanta, AJ Terrell, who's actually very good. Jermon McCoy. They have him ranked as the best corner. I don't think so. I still think it's Lenore. Delane. I'm sorry, Delane. Yeah, Cole. I like Keith Abney II. I think we could probably get him in the later rounds as a corner, like you're asking about corners. I like him. Brandon Cisse from South Carolina? He's another one. I don't think he'll be there. Tredan Stukes. I think Stukes is going to go at the end of the first round because he's been flying off draft boards. I don't know if he had a great pro day, but I'm hearing a lot about him. 6'1", 190 corner. And Cap, your guy in Florida, Devin Moore, big corner, 6'3", 200 pounds. That's a big kid. I like but I think in the third round. What's up, Cap?
I'm gonna say, do you want me to go to start draft and then we'll go and pick?
Yeah, go ahead. You know who we're drafting number 1. Start it up.
Okay.
Fernando Mendoza, quarterback, University of Indiana.
Okay, well, I'm going to go get that guy because that's the only one I'm pretty sure with. And I just say, okay, draft. Right?
Yeah, draft. There you go. Now it's gonna go through everybody. Yeah,
they tell me when it comes down, if there's anything that for I don't.
If we're offered any trade, you can always take a look.
Right now, it's flying up trade.
Yeah, Jimmy Farrell. That's that Ted Hurst, the wide receiver from Georgia State. Yeah, that kid, he looks really good. But like I said, I mean, I don't know. I mean, the competition at Georgia State. But you know what? I can be wrong. I'm not the end-all, be-all. I think I am sometimes, but I'm not. I'm just kidding, y'all. I'm just being funny. But corners, Malik Muhammad.
Can you see that? Can you see that?
Yeah, we don't want no trades. Hell no,
Okay,
hell no.
since he wants,
We're just gonna go straight
Okay.
up with them. We're just gonna go straight up with the draft, everybody, if that's okay.
okay,
So we're at pick 36,
okay.
correct?
Yeah, who are we taking in round 2?
Is Denzel Boston
I
there?
believe so. Yep.
Go to receivers. Yep. Okay. Give me
Yes, he is.
Denzel Boston, wide receiver. Who else? Let's see what else. Okay. Let's see who else we got there. Matt Hyanecho. Nah. I would have took Boston. Yeah, that's what I was looking at. And I
Okay,
think
what position do you?
we're at 67 with our third pick, our third round pick. I think that's our first one in the third. 67. Who's that? Jeremy Bernard went to Carolina. That's a good pick. He's a good receiver too. We invited him for a top 30 visit. We invited him in.
Yeah, there's Holly. He already.
Who's that? Grayson Halton, kid from Chicago, that went to Chicago.
Okay, we
Yeah,
are
There's
there.
Halsey.
We're on the clock.
Yeah, Halsey went to Jacksonville.
And we got.
Yeah.
You want any? You
Are we up? Is it our pick?
Okay.
No, we're not up yet. We're
Yeah,
67.
we're up.
Okay, here we are. Okay, what do we got there? Keith Abney, Devison, invite. Jadarian Price, no. Is that my boy, Big Citrus right there? Dominique Orange?
got Malachi Fields. You were talking. Oh, we already got
my receiver. Got him. Oh, go to safeties, Cap. Who do we got at safety? You know what?
Okay.
I'm not even going to screw around. Give me Dominique Orange, the Big Citrus, defensive tackle,
Safety.
Iowa
Okay,
State.
yeah, safety.
You know what? What's
Okay.
What's the key
Got
Wheatley's
it.
rank? What is Wheatley's rank?
Yep, Dominic Orange is there.
Yeah, I see Wheatley there too. Give me Wheatley from Penn State.
We got
I got another spot.
Wheatley is there.
Give me Wheatley.
Wheatley's rank is 98. Orange's rank is 72.
Give me Wheatley. I'm gonna take. You know what? Go with Dominique Orange.
Okay.
Let's go with Orange. Go with the Big Citrus. So I don't have to hear it. Big Citrus.
Okay. Okay.
Big Citrus. There is our guy.
All right.
Jimmy Farrell, he's got tackling problems.
Yeah.
I don't want a safety that can't tackle.
All right. Some of the things.
I don't want a safety that can't tackle.
True.
He has trouble tackling. He swings and misses a lot.
Yeah, we've had that for years. I
Yeah,
don't need to
Matt,
see it again
But
and
Matt,
again.
you know what? Sometimes you got to reach. I'm okay with reaching with a guy like that. I'm okay with it. If he's there at I think 107, maybe is that our next 107? Maybe. I'm not like Jimmy. He's not the first safety I would take because of his tackling problems.
We're on the clock again. Round 4, pick 102, sir.
Okay.
Oh, Proctor's there, by the way.
I see that. I also see Bud Clark there. Give me Bud Clark. What is he? 111?
Yeah, and Corleone's still there too.
We just got our big D tackle and Dominique
Okay,
Orange. You're right, Matt. I see him right there.
Yeah.
Jimmy, I'm not trading in this draft. This is just straight up what we got. I know Spytech probably will, but I'm okay with just going. Give me Bud Clark, free safety, TCU Horned Frogs, the Horned Frogs. And there's our center fielder right there. There's our center fielder.
Okay.
Okay, where are we at next? Let's see, Zane Brandt from Penn State. He's a good one. There's VJ Payne. Okay, we're up. All right, get off. Let's see.
Yep.
Go to corner. Let's see what we got at corner. Check out our corners, Cap. Let's see what corners are left out there.
Yep. Rated 99, and we're picking at 117, and he's rated 99 for Malik Muhammad.
I like Malik Muhammad. I think he's a very good corner, and they had a real good defense in Texas. Yeah, let's go. All right. We're gonna look at offensive tackles because go to offensive tackles. Let's see who's there.
Okay.
Let's check it, Cap. Yeah, let's see what tackles we got there. Offensive tackles.
OT. I'll have to get rid of the other ones, right?
Yeah, just click off. Yeah, click off. Click
Markel
on.
Bell is still on the board, brother.
Who's still there?
Spinning circles of death. Sorry. I know what it is. It's because of this extra screen.
It's okay.
1 second. I'm sorry. Yeah,
You're good.
circles
You're
of
good.
death, but yeah, Markel. Yeah.
What's he ranked at? What do they have him ranked at?
Yeah, he 141, and we're at pick 117.
They have him ranked at 141. Yeah. And we have another pick right after this, I think. We're only a few picks down, correct?
I can look.
Check where we're at.
I don't. Yeah, we're at 134. That's our next.
Okay. Give me Malik Muhammad.
Yeah, 134 is next.
Yeah, give me Malik
But it's
Muhammad,
not-
cornerback.
it's like
Cornerback for the Texas Longhorns.
Another 7. It's about like a.
Yeah, go with Malik Muhammad.
Again, folks, and I for all those, I have no extra shit up. I don't. I am going to be thinking about getting one of those. I can't remember what that they use for people on the road. I'm about ready. You guys can still hear me as I still see the spinning circles of death. But we got the draft master, Raider Demon King here. Who we picking at 117, sir?
Malik Muhammad, cornerback, University of Texas.
Okay. Hey, let me go. Is he still on the board?
Yes.
Hang on. Yes,
He's there.
he is on the board. Yep.
Yes, right there. Yep, take him.
He is there, and he's on our team. Okay.
Okay. Now we have a safety, we have a corner, we have our quarterback, and we have a wide receiver. And our defensive tackle.
You got yeah.
Okay.
And
Now
a safety in the corner.
ooh, that's pre-sock. Oof. Go to offensive lineman. Go to guard and tackle.
Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Yep. The IOL. Yep. Logan Taylor, Carmona, DJ Campbell. Oh, Coogan's still there.
Yeah, Coogan's going to be there for a while.
Yeah, he's ranked 184 and we're on 134. So everybody is ranked below what the number is. Logan Taylor is the top one.
Okay. Let's
Out
check.
of BC.
You know what? Good call, Jimmy Farrell. Let's check running backs, Captain. Let's see if my guy is there.
Okay.
Let's check it out.
Okay, running back, we got Allen from Penn State at 150.
Is Nick Singleton there? Is that Jaden Ott? Oh, there's Adam Randall.
I go down to 3. Yeah. I don't see him listed. Kalon Black is still listed.
Yeah, he's going to be
MB
real
is
low.
still listed. No, I don't see Singleton on the board as a running back.
Okay, then he's gone.
Oh, real low?
Go to all and let's see what
Okay.
the BPA is.
Yeah, he's
Let's see what the BPA is. Yeah, Jimmy,
Yeah,
I was looking at them.
BPA.
They're all ranked below where we're picking, you know. What's the
Yeah,
BPA? Let's check the BPA.
PA. Oh, wait. All. Okay. Oh, no players match your filters. Wait.
Just go
all.
to, yeah,
Okay,
go to
look,
all.
Stupid me. Yeah.
There you
Right
go.
now, we got Corleone is still there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That all listed. Yep. Corleone, Trey Zoom, Tim Keenan, Justin Jolly, who is and these guys are above what the number is. So Corleone, Zune, Kayron Crawford out of Auburn, Edge,
Yep.
Tim Keenan, Auburn,
Is that
and then
Elam's Orb, the linebacker from TCU.
yes, sir.
Okay. There's Presock. Presock's a very good corner. Oof.
And you're not reaching for him because he's 137 and we're 134. So yeah.
Yeah. Go with Trey Zune. Let's see. Let's because we got another good pick. We got another. What are we in the 4th? Right, we're in the 4th round. We need a tackle.
I
But
believe
all those
so. I haven't.
tackles
Yeah.
I know
Round,
what
yeah,
tackle.
round 4.
I'm looking. Go to safeties. We got one safety.
Okay.
I want to see.
Okay.
I want to see something.
Safety got Payne. Payne from Kansas State, Moore
Yes.
from Indiana,
No.
Johnson and Stroman. Those are the numbers. Those are the best that we got on the board so far.
Go with
Payne,
VJ
Moore,
Payne. There's our
Dalton
two
Johnson.
safeties of the future. Bud Clark and VJ Payne. There's our two safeties of the future right there.
Okay.
Okay,
And
now we have
did it draft? Oh wait, I got to draft him. Okay, sorry.
Yeah,
Now
there
he's
we go.
off.
Okay. We don't really need another wide receiver because we have 5 of them already. We need a number 1.
Apparently,
and
we got rid of our picks.
maybe like because you got to hit like all 7 rounds.
I guess we traded. Yeah, well, no, it says that I guess we must have traded some of our picks because it stopped at round 4.
Okay, so we definitely didn't trade none of our picks. Must have hit something on accident,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, well, apparently it stopped. I don't know if you can see that.
That's
but
fine.
It's,
that's fine.
it stopped at round 4.
What did we get? C's for
But yeah, that's
Bud Clark and VJ Payne.
C's for Payne and C's for Clark. Yeah, everybody. Malik Muhammad was a B plus. It looks like a B for the Orange Man and a B plus for Boston.
I'll take it.
Yeah, and they gave Mendoza an A minus.
That's got to be Dan Orlovsky.
He can blow me.
Yeah, Jimmy.
Yeah,
That's
Boston got a
yeah.
Boston got a
Boston,
plus.
Boston's going to be our X. Him and Fernando are going to have a good career together. If we draft Denzel Boston, I'm going to be very excited. But, you know, we might not. He might go early. He might go top 20. We don't know. You know, we know one certain thing in this draft. Fernando Mendoza, excuse me, is going to be our quarterback of the future. So, what I want everybody to do, Captain, give me 1 second. I want everybody to do something for me.
Okay. And I'm gonna make a screen capture of this draft, so we at least know
I want everybody to understand.
what we did.
This right here is what we are rocking with. You see, I have it already. I know what's happening. I know. Fernando Mendoza.
Okay.
I have it already. It's ready for Thursday. Jimmy, it's A to Z Sports. The kid that does it, he was on my friend Graphics podcast, and he showed us his mock. It is awesome. It's really, it shows everything pretty cool, and it's very direct. There's a lot of trades in it if you want to make them. It's there, Jimmy. It's pretty cool. Check it out. A to Z Sports. Yeah, go on there, subscribe to it. Yeah, he's a good dude, that kid. But yeah, Jaden Ott, Jimmy, I like him.
And I saved.
Yeah, Cap, save it up. Yeah. The only thing I'm worried about Jaden Ott is his injury. He's got a little bit of injury history, so we're going to see. But I would like to see Nick Singleton.
Hey, Ray.
I would like to see Nick Singleton. Yes, Jimmy, A to Z Sports. Yes, that's it. I'm a Nick Singleton fan. I mean, listen, if I had my way, I would draft Jeremiah Love. I would draft Jeremiah Love. You put Jeremiah Love and Ashton Genty in the same backfield, good luck. Good luck.
Oh, yeah. And you want to do one more just for giggles?
Yeah, we can. If you want to do another one, stay away from the trades.
Okay.
Let me pull it up on my phone, and I'll tell you exactly how to go through everything. So there's no trades.
Yeah, no, I didn't. What? Because like I said, I don't know how. What do you call it? I did it. And your buddy says you're logging out. Appreciate the show. Both the rest of you night. Have a great weekend. Stay safe and stay blessed. That's from your shipmate over there.
All right, Frost.
Thanks
Frost,
again.
I'll hit you up tomorrow, baby. Because everybody remember what tomorrow is. It's WrestleMania. And guess what, everybody? Randy Orton is going to save the business. And I'm calling a prediction. It's going to be RKOTC holding the belts up at the end of WrestleMania. That's right. Roman Reigns will be champ. Randy Orton will be champ. And I'm thinking something might be going on with the Raiders. Someone might be coming with Cody Rhodes to take care of Pat McAfee. Just saying. But I'm a big Randy Orton fan. I've always been. So it is what it is. Frost, love you, brother. Thank you for coming on. I really appreciate it, man. That was awesome of you to come on and hang up. I will talk to you, bro. I'll hit you up. Yeah, Captain, when you go when you reset it, Cap, when you reset the draft, go you pick the Raiders, right? Don't enter the draft room yet. Scroll all the way down to the bottom and change the draft settings. You can change it to 7 rounds and then change the draft speed to fast.
Okay. Settings is fast. Got it.
Yep, fast. And go scroll up a little bit, and it'll tell you 7 rounds.
I don't see 7 rounds.
All right, get out of the settings.
Oh, okay. Well, see, I had trades. I ate of trades, and I'm putting that off.
Yes, take the trades off. Yes.
So the trades are off.
What's up, Hollywood?
Yep, trades are off. I don't see.
Jimmy,
I
this
don't
is
see
free.
the
You can go
full-
on A to Z, and the mock draft is free. Pay both. What do you mean? I don't understand. But yeah, get out of the settings, Cap. Click out of settings.
Okay, got it. Yep. And I think it's still. I'm still picking for the Raiders, right?
You're still on the draft that we were on. You got to get right out of that because there's VJ Payne that we picked. You got to get out.
Okay, so okay,
Just close
so
out and then start over.
Let me okay. Yeah.
There you go. Now you'll start
Okay.
all over. Don't hit enter
Okay,
the
yeah,
draft.
okay.
Enter draft.
I'm
room
entered.
yet.
Now I pick.
Click on the Raiders. Don't hit enter
Okay,
draft.
tell me when.
And scroll down. Hi, Loretta. Hope you guys are well. Go to 7 rounds.
Oh, okay. There you go. There's 7 rounds. Okay, I got
and
7
click
rounds.
on fast. Go to fast.
And fast.
Okay, and click off the AI to AI trade.
And got it. Okay.
Okay, you're good. Now
So
enter
everything's
the
off
draft.
fast in 7 rounds.
Now enter the room.
All right. Yeah.
Who's the
got it.
number 1 running back?
And we know who we're taking.
It wouldn't be a wasted
Even
pick.
I
You got
can
the
do
2
that.
best young running backs in football. I would take Jeremiah Love and Ashton Genty in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. Not a wasted pick to get the best running back. I would say he's the best player in college football, but I'm biased. So, all right, we got our pick. So, wait till round 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt, that's just for wrestling. Yep. He's not really a Raider fan. I don't care what Roman Reigns says. The whole family, they're all Niner fans. The only one that's a Raider fan is Jacob Fatu. That's all cap. He's not really a Raider fan. Yeah, that's okay, Jimmy Farrell. I'll pay for both of them. That's 1,500-yard running backs. It's just my fantasy. That's all. It would never, ever happen. Okay.
And we're up again at 36.
All right. Get me Chris Johnson, the cornerback from San Diego State.
Okay.
That kid, he's going to be good. He's going to be very good, whoever gets him. It might be us.
And he is out.
It might be us. He'll be a lockdown on that side. Okay, let's see what we got coming next. Yeah, he was. I get that, Big Raz. I get that, Matt. I like Chris Johnson better because there's a lot more. There's other safeties out there that I can get just. Like I said, Warren can play the center field, but he's better off like down lower. Just watch what I do. Let me cook, fellas. Let me cook. All right, we should be coming up soon.
Crap. Sorry.
You're all right. Are we up?
Sorry.
AJ Halsey. AJ Halsey, safety.
And all
LSU.
You got
AJ Halsey, safety, LSU. There's
AJ
my ball. There's my center fielder. So now our defensive backs are set. We could get a safety later on. I get it, Raz. That's a toss-up. Warren or Chris Johnson. I think getting Chris Johnson is better because, look, we got Halsey there in the 3rd round, and that's a steal. That's a steal. Yeah, I don't think he'll
Who's
be
this
there.
Warren that they were talking about?
No, they're taught. Yeah, I know, but I don't think Halsey will be there either. But Raj, you never know, man. This draft, something could pop up. Who knows? But our next pick, Cap, I want you to check something for me when we get there. I want to see if he's still there. He might be. Oh, Mike Washington's still there. Oh boy, if he's still there, we might grab him. Okay.
Yeah. Like,
right, Raz? That would be great. Okay.
Orange and Mike Washington are the top two.
Cap, I want you to go look. I want you to check, see if Caleb Banks is there. Let's see if he's there.
Who?
Caleb Banks. Yeah, I like Jacoby too, Raz. I do.
I didn't hear you.
Okay, big citrus, Cap. Give me Dominique Orange. Big citrus. Great. One of the greatest names ever.
They're straight off. Okay.
Dominique
so
Orange.
Take him?
Yes.
Okay.
Now with our next pick, I'm saying it now. We're going wide receiver.
So now we got our big defensive tackle in round 4.
Yep. Now we're going wide receiver with the next pick. Automatically, wide receiver. We're going to see who's there.
Okay. Yeah, we are up. Wide receiver. You want me to look for wide receiver straight?
Yes, sir.
Everybody.
Yes, sir. Wide receiver. Want to go with him right off the bat. Let's see who we got there.
Okay, wide receiver. Kevin Coleman.
I don't like Coleman. Oh, Caldwell.
Caldwell
and Jacoby Lane. You know what? Jacoby Lane. Even though I absolutely hate the University of Spoiled Children, Jacoby Lane, University of Southern California, wide receiver. I do like Caldwell, though.
Right?
Caldwell.
Lemon, thanks.
Nah. Well, Lemon, I tell you what, Lemon did that on purpose so he drops. He's really not like that. There's places he wants to go. He wants to be a Raider, but he's not falling to 36. It ain't happening. I got him, Matt. He's there.
And we're up again, round 4, pick 134.
Okay, go to all, Cap. Let's go to all.
Got it. All is on. Whoops, sorry. All, yep. And Elam's Orr.
Yeah. Is that Treydon Stukes? Or is that Takario Davis? Corner?
And Price Sock.
Yeah, Prisock's still there. Wow. This is a great draft. Check offensive line. Just go tackle and guard.
Yes, Takario Davis. Yeah.
Go tackle and guard. Let's see what we got to tackle and guard. I wonder if the kid.
Which one, brother?
Tackle and guard. I want to see tackle and guard.
Okay, you bought it out. Who?
Tackle and guard. offensive tackle and offensive guard. I want to see who is there for the offensive line.
Oh, okay. Tackle. Up, Adams, Carmona, Barber out of Florida. I know him. They're the
Give me go back to all and give me
Adams.
The corner from Washington. Oh, wait. Hezekiah Masses, cornerback.
Okay.
Hezekiah Masses. Jesus.
Am I not seeing him?
He's not there. He's gone.
I don't see him on all.
Okay.
Yeah,
Jimmy, we're not drafting Drew Allen.
No cornerback. You want to?
You know what? What's Taffy's rank? Oh, Jesus Christ. Michael Taffy, what's his rank at, Cap? What pick are we? 117 right now?
Taffy out of Texas is 136.
And we're at 117,
So
right?
basically right at what we're at. We're picking 134.
Okay, we're at 134. So I got a corner, a safety, my quarterback. Yep. Do we have a wide receiver? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
We got a wide we got a wide receiver Lane. We got our big defensive tackle. A corner and a safety.
Yeah, he's just some dude we picked up just to sell jerseys. Give me Elam's Orb, the linebacker. Go to linebackers. I want to see what linebackers we have. I think we might just draft one. I think if there's someone that falls, draft a linebacker. I want to see the linebackers. There's a couple kids that I like. Jack Kelly, I like Golday if he's there.
So
linebacker. I want to see the linebackers.
Okay, linebacker. Fuck. Sorry. My screen. Elam Zor.
Is that what's Lander Barton's grade?
York.
Is he at like 150 or
Barton
something?
Are the top 4.
All right, what's the
and Elam Zor is ranked 130 and we're picking 134.
He's 113th. We're picking 134. Give me Elam Zor. I'm going to go.
Yeah, Elam Zor. You're going to go with him?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Again, apologies for everybody that's pissed off at my internet. Yeah, because Taffy went right after we picked up Elam Zor. He was the next guy off the board. I like this one because this one gives us at least all 7. So Barber went.
Barton.
Yeah, Barber went this one a couple picks ago, and we're coming up on 175. Go to all. Yeah, there's some good talent that's still there, and as far as the bigger or the numbers are right at what we're at. Klubnik actually is 175, and we are 175. It put the quarterback out of Clemson. Lucas, TJ Hall, Sawyer Robertson.
TJ Hall's a good
I
corner
think we're
from
good at DB
Iowa.
right now. Caden Curry out of Ohio State at edge.
That kid does nothing but make plays, but that's far down for him. What's he at? Like 180 something? 187?
Who was that? I missed the
Caden Curry. Caden Curry.
I missed who you said.
Caden Curry.
Okay. Yeah, Caden Curry is 182.
And we're at where?
And that's our pick at edge.
Where are we at? What's our number?
We are at 175, and Curry. We're at 175, and Curry is at 182.
Yeah, take Caden Curry.
No, that's not a big.
No, that's not a big reach. Take him.
Okay.
He makes a lot of plays.
Maybe
he played on that great defense.
No,
He's the one that hit.
Yeah.
Hollywood, I love Adam Randall. The rest of the players suck, though. I love Adam Randall. If he falls in like the 5th or 6th, I would take him.
We're back on the clock, brother. 185, round 6.
Running back.
So we got edge, linebacker, wide receiver, a DT, safety, corner, and quarter. Is there any offensive lineman that you would pick at this round, maybe?
I'm not drafted. I don't think Klubnik's any good. He's the reason why go to tackle and guard. I want to see what they have.
Okay.
Tackle, guard, and running back.
Let's see what we got. Bo Stevens. Okay, tackle, guard, and running back. As you are, sir.
Okay.
Top, we're picking at 185. The top is 189 right now with Bo Stevens.
Okay.
Roberts out of Alabama, interior.
No Alabama guys. Their offensive line.
Hemby. No. He's interior offensive line. Ott out of Oklahoma at running back.
Give me Ott.
And Black.
Wait, Jaden Ott?
Jaden Ott, running back.
Jaden Ott, yes. I think he played at Cal, too, with Mendoza. Jaden Ott.
Okay, that's our pick?
Yes.
Okay. We
drafted
him. Yep.
I'm hoping with the next pick, I see him on the board right there. I hope he's still there because he's probably the most underrated tackle out there. Jimmy, we could get a kicker undrafted.
Interior offense kicker in free agency.
Emil Wagner.
Yeah, we're back on the clock. I'm pushing up all.
Emil Wagner, tackle, Notre Dame.
Okay.
There's a right tackle.
Yep, and it's not a reach because we're 208. Yep, there you go.
Was that our last pick?
Yeah, I think we 7. We got one coming.
Okay.
Yep.
Go to kicker.
Round 7, 219.
Go to kicker. Give me Dominic
round
Zapata.
219.
Go give me the kid from
Okay.
Michigan, the kicker from Michigan.
Dominic Zvada.
Yep, that's the one.
Okay.
There we go. I think that's a decent draft, I think. Yeah, but we brought a lot of people in. No. Him or the Hawaiian kid is I don't even think he's on the boards. But Raz, we brought a lot of guys in for a top 30 visit that we're just looking like we're talking to them to see if they're okay. That's all.
I mean, like I said, if he's there, we can pick him up in free agency. That's not a bad thing.
I don't see like a lot of these guys that are at the end are going to get drafted. We can grab these guys in free agency. Aiden Fisher, what did we get? A B? There you go. That's a good draft.
See, full first round stuff. Okay, where's was it downloaded?
Yeah, Raz, we brought in for our
Page
top 30
interest,
visit a lot of wide receivers too. I seen we brought in a lot of wide receivers. We wouldn't jump for Black if he like they're in the 6th. I personally think that what we drafted. I like Jaden Ott better. I think he's a better receiver. He's got better hands, I think.
I'm trying to get.
And I mean, Jaden Ott's got.
Yeah,
he played.
I'm trying to get who we drafted.
Yeah, Raz. Like I said, I'm thinking Boston. I would be very, very happy if we drafted Boston with that number 2 pick. We had a good draft, I thought.
I'm trying to see who our picks were. Yeah. I'm trying to
Scroll down. Should show you if you scroll
to get
down.
the picks to show up.
Yeah, maybe it's just your thing. Well, this was fun, Cap. I had a good time doing this. Yeah, just close out of it. It's no big deal.
Oh, exit. Wait.
We're good.
I'm trying to actually get who the picks were.
Raz, Boston is the best receiver in the draft behind Carnell Tate. I think he's better than Jordan Tyson because Tyson's got a lot of injury concerns. That's the value. I would take Boston over Jacoby Lane 10 out of 10 times. Unless.
Okay, I'm going to stop sharing it. Maybe. Yeah, I'm stopping sharing it. Maybe I can get the.
That's the problem, Raz.
Yeah.
He can't stay healthy, so he's not the best. The best ability is availability, and that's a big problem. He might drop. I mean, it's 1A, 1B, Raz. You know what I mean? It's 1A, 1B. I think Lemon is very good.
There we go.
But I just like Boston more. I don't know, Jimmy. I think if we do trade back into the first, I think it might be first because if Boston's gone by the 20th pick, it'll be for Caden McDonald.
Our pick.
It's either our number 2 pick is either going to be Caden McDonald or Denzel Boston, in my opinion, unless somebody absolutely just falls. Yeah, Raz, he's a box out guy when I come, like a receiver that will box out a defensive back because he's a big kid. He don't need separation with them hands. Yeah, he's got like I know it's gonna say he's got violent hands. He attacks the ball instead of letting the ball come to him like a lot of receivers do. But Boston will attack the ball, and he's such a big kid that you're going to have to put 1 or 2 guys to take him down because I don't think a single corner is going to tackle him, tell you the truth. That's my opinion. But yeah, Caden McDonald, can you imagine him, Max, on that defensive line? Jimmy, I think Bane is very good, but he's a tweener to me. Is he a rush end? Is he a stand-up guy? I don't care about the short arms. I'm talking about productivity. But Bane is a good ball player. I don't think he'll be a bust. He's got to go to the right situation. I don't see the Jets taking him. I honestly think the Jets are going with David Bailey. But this is what I look at David Bailey as. How good was that Texas Tech defense? Just think of all the guys they have. Romello Height on the other side. You had Lee Hunter in the middle. You have Jacoby Rodriguez. You had the Mustache Boys as the linebackers. Their safeties were good. That defense was very much paid for. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think Bane will be a bust. He just got to go to the right situation. If he ends up in Tennessee with Saleh, I think he's going to be very good. But I personally think that Tennessee should draft Jeremiah Love. He might not be great his first year, but I tell you what, he's going to be something. Yeah, that's a good draft right there. I got Fernando Mendoza.
I got it to work. Apologies for. Yeah,
we got Fernando Mendoza.
Yeah, there's our draft. Go ahead, sir.
We have Chris Johnson as our number one corner. He's going to be that lockdown corner on the other side. We got we got the ball hawk AJ Halsey from DBU LSU. We got the Big Citrus. How awesome are them Big Citrus jerseys going to be in Vegas, baby? Come on now. Big Citrus, Dominique Orange, our man in the middle. We got Jacoby Lane from the University of Southern California. I'll do that for you guys. This is the only time you're ever going to see me do this. We got Caleb Elam Orr, the linebacker from Texas Tech, a cover linebacker, also a hitter and someone with a brain. We're the green dot there. Okay, we got Caden Curry, and all Caden Curry did at Ohio State was produce. All you heard about was all these other guys. You heard about Reese. You heard about Sonny Styles. You heard about Caden. You heard about Davison and Buson. But Caden Curry is a production machine. We would be grateful to have him. Okay, Jaden Ott, our backup running back, who's got hands, can run in between the tackles, and can also block coming out of the backfield. I'm not a fan of USC, though, Jimmy. You know that. But, yeah, they do produce some good wide receivers, but not all. We got Emil Wagner, who's got the longest arms I've ever seen on a human before, as probably our right tackle of the future. And we also got from that college up north, Michigan, Dominic Zavada as our quarterback with our last pick. The 2026 Raiders draft right here. Would be good if it
and thank you. I didn't see what the score was. I don't care because normally they don't. They poo-pooed our things. But hey, first off, for those,
I'm not gonna ever.
We would have this draft.
Rails, I'm never gonna stop the hate. All I gotta say is USC don't want to play us no more. They don't want to play us no more. Couple years. You're going to take a couple years off. You're going to get rid of Lincoln Riley and get a real coach in there. But I do like your quarterback. I do like Jordan Mailata. I do like him a lot. Yes, I think this was a productive.
And again, it was. And again, thank you for everybody. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry if you guys were over there on Instagram and I didn't see you. I apologize. That's why I said go to YouTube. Okay. You saw all my struggles that I had with the phone. And that's another reason why I think that maybe shit was slow is because I have my phone running on Instagram, which is slowing down the speeds.
Yeah. So, I'm going to be getting off soon anyways, Cap. I got to get up early tomorrow morning. I got some things to take care of, and I got a couple things going on. I'm going to a thing called Foodie Land in Texas. It's like a big food thing that they have. So I'm going to go put on 15 pounds and just eat junk for 2 hours.
Okay. Well, you can do that because I'm actually down below 230.
Oh, good for you.
The first time.
Good for you.
Yeah. Okay, well, modern drugs will do that.
Yes, yes.
You know,
they do.
I will
Yes,
admit it. Zep bound and not eating a lot, basically eating one meal a day. Although I did have 3 homemade tacos today, so
good for you.
I
That's good for
splurged.
you,
So,
though. Thank you,
yeah,
Jimmy
yeah.
Farrell. I really appreciate it, my fellow Yankee brethren. But
And
I want to
again,
say,
thank you. It wouldn't be here without you, sir. And I'm because everybody was saying you got to have Jason Dean on. You got to have Jason Dean on. I said, yeah, I want to have Jason Dean on, but it's up to Jason Dean to have the schedule. And I thank you for spending some time with us, sir.
I appreciate it, and everybody in the chat, thank you all so much. I appreciate the love. I basically just constantly work, and once in a while I'll show up, I'll appear, I'll throw a wave, I'll throw a salute, but that's basically it anymore. You know, like this is like busy season for me at work, but the draft is like a big thing too. Like I absolutely love college football. That's unbelievable that Ryan McMahon hit a home run, Jimmy Farrell. That kid hasn't got, I think he's got 4 hits all year. But all right, happy, go Yanks. But like I said, I watch a lot of college football. I watch a lot of pro football. I'm a big fan of the game. I watch a lot of teams. Like, yes, I am a diehard Notre Dame fan. I have it tattooed on my body. But I watch a lot. I watch all college football. I'll watch Nebraska against Minnesota just to watch it, you know, because I know some guys are on this team. Well, let me take a look at him to see how he is. There's many others that have more knowledge than I do, and I just try to throw my little bit in there, here and there, you know. And if I'm people enjoy it, I'm happy for that because that's what I'm here for. Like Cap knows that I used to say all the time. I used to tell people, I used to say, good morning. I hope you have a great day today. Now remember, you are amazing. Don't let anybody dull your shine or steal your joy, no matter how hard they try. And always remember to keep smiling because it looks good on you. Stay blessed, everyone.
Jason Dean, aka Raider Demon King, salute to you, sir. I appreciate you being here. And when you go out for your big, wonderful draft, tell Graf I said hi.
I will,
and
Cap.
tell him
I
I'm
will.
looking forward to going up, maybe having another time together up in Indiana. Or we were talking about going to with the Cardinals because our buddy that is with Stu was thinking about going down to Arizona this next year. So if that comes to fruition,
I think I'm going to Arizona.
Yeah. Okay.
I think Arizona probably New Orleans, I'm thinking, and probably San Francisco.
Well, San Francisco is probably going to be in Mexico City if I listen to the intelligence that I'm hearing.
Well, I'm definitely not doing that. So.
Yeah.
So, everybody,
even Larry, go ahead, sir.
Everybody have a great night. Let's hope our draft turns out as good as this or hopefully better. You know, like I said, I'm not an expert. These are just guys that I like that I think would help our team tremendously and get us to where we all want to be again. And that's playing in February. Remember, we got to be patient with this team. Everything is brand new. Don't get so frustrated. We've been through this for over 20 years. Understand what they're building. Understand this thing that they're doing. Spytech knows what he's doing. He got the coach. He got the coach, got the coaching staff. They're going to go get the quarterback, and everything's going to be all copacetic. Stay positive, everybody. Stay patient. In the words of the infamous Aaron Rodgers, RELAX. Relax. It's all good. It's going to happen for us. It's going to happen. And with that, I bid you all adieu. Demon King out.
Thank you, sir. You stay blessed too, and always good to see you. Always good to see you. Demon King, Jason Dean, and love you, brother. And you be sure to take care of yourself. I can't wait. Yeah, just win, baby. That's it. And again, if you don't, like I said, this is I'm gonna take this off real quick. You know, the comments. That's our draft that Jason gave to us. The full 7 rounds. And again, if you're over there on Instagram, thank you for being there on Instagram. But please come over to YouTube next time, because that's where all the action is. And we wouldn't have this without somebody who actually knows the players better than I do, because again, I don't have all that information, all that knowledge. I know a few things, but not like what Jason Dean does, not like what Angelo does. Angelo has other people as well. And, even Matt Marinovich was saying, well, this guy's available, this guy's available. I'm sure that you can nitpick. But from what I'm seeing, and based upon who we got and what they were picked, okay, and Jimmy Farrell wanted a kicker. So we got you a kicker, Jimmy Farrell, in round 7. We got you a kicker. There we go. And all that draft, the trade shit. No, I don't want to deal with that either. But I will say this. Thanks again to Raider Demon King, Jason Dean Hunter, for being here for that. Tomorrow, another special show, because normally I don't do Saturday shows. We will have Peggy Holmes on with me. I believe it's 7 o'clock. I think it's at 7 o'clock. I'll look. But there will be a show tomorrow. And depending upon when I get up to South Carolina on Sunday, depending upon that, there might be a show on Sunday. And I will say this, I'm going to go when I get back from the draft. I'm talking to the people that I can't remember what everybody was saying. We need this internet to work. I think it might also be my room. My room has slow juju. Nothing I can do about that. Yeah, Flyers at Pens tomorrow. I'll watch that. I can actually watch it, thank goodness. And then on Monday night, when I'm up in South Carolina at Wood's house, I'll try to watch game 2. So again, thank you everybody for being here. There will be draft stuff. I'm pretty sure Angelo will take over the airwaves with his draft folks. But we had a Jason Dean draft. We had a Jason Dean draft show. And that's awesome. That's awesome. I'm putting that in there because that's probably true. All the stuff that's in this room probably takes up Ionic's space. What's the name of that? The stuff that people take on their trailers, and it's the to-go internet. I was talking about that. I'm going to get that. Will you do a show next week? Jimmy Farrell, don't know. Tomorrow I'm doing one with Peggy. Sunday, when I get to South Carolina and I eat with Hollywood and his wonderful wife, we'll see what time that is. The last time I went up to South Carolina, 85 was backed up to a crawl. Took me 13 hours to get there. I hope that doesn't happen again. So if I get up there at a decent hour on Sunday, we'll have a show. But I am going to eat. If it comes between doing a show or eating, I'm going to eat with Hollywood and Loretta and his mom and also the wonderful Kinsley. I'm not going to. That's family time, man. That's what I'm doing. That's most important. And then Monday, watching the Flyers. Maybe I'll do a show Monday. We'll see. But Tuesday, I am driving up to Pittsburgh. And Wood's going to be with me, and I can't wait for the drive. So we'll see. And then Thursday, if there's a show on Thursday, it's going to be Angela. If I come on later, we'll do that as well. Thank you, Ed Winchell. And again, thank you for all the people. Thank you for all the people like Jimmy Farrell and Ed Winchell People are saying you got to have Jason Dean on. Jason Dean, I thank you so much for being here. So having said that, we're up at 2.5 hours. I'm getting out of here. I don't have any cut-ups because I went over 2 hours, which sucked. But y'all take care. We'll see you for the next show tomorrow with Peggy Holmes here on this channel. I think it's around 7 o'clock Eastern. I think. Pretty sure. But we'll see you then. So everybody take care. Have a great rest of your weekend and tune in tomorrow. We'll see you.